Hello all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to share with you how to crochet a mini strawberry hanging basket. This is the information about the yarn and the hook size. Both use the same pattern. And this is the measurement. Let's start with the magic ring. And then round 1, pour puffs inside the magic ring. The puff stitch is yarn over, pull up long loops for 4 times. So you can also make for 5 times. It depends on the thickness of your yarn. So 1 puff done. We make 4 puff. And then 2 slip stitch. 1 on the top of the first puff and between the first and the second puff. So 1 on the top of the first puff and the second one between the first and the second puff. And then at the round 2, we make 2 puff, increase, means 2 puff at the same stitch for 4 times. So total we will have 8 puffs. So now we make 2 puff, the second puff at the same stitch. So we have 2 puff in 1 stitch. So make it for 4 times. Total we will have 8. And then at the end we make 2 slip stitches. 1 at the first puff and then the second slip stitch between the first and the second puff. And then for row 3 we make 2 puff increase and 1 puff for 4 times. So 1 puff and then the second one at the same stitch, so 2 puff increase so this is the 2 puff increase. So now 1 puff in the next stitch. So we make increase again. So the second puff at the same stitch. So increase mean 2 puff at the same stitch. And now 1 puff. So you do it 4 times, 2 puff increase and 1 puff. Total we will have 12 puffs. So at the end of the row 3, we make a slip stitch at the first. So 2 slip stitches, one at the top of the first puff and the second one between the first and the second. So we are done with the round 3. Now we start with the round 4. 2 puff increase and then 2 puffs. So first 2 puff increase mean 2 puff at the same stitch. One and the second one at the same stitch. So and now 1 puff in the next 2 stitches. So 1 puff and 1 puff, so 2 puff. 1 puff and 1 puff. So 2 puff increase, 1, 2. 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 Total we will have 16 puffs. And then 2 slip stitches, one at the top of the first puff and then one between the first and the second puff. Now with the round 5, 2 puff increase, so mean 2 puff at the same stitch and then 1 puff in the next 3 stitches. So now the first, now we make the second one at the same stitch. and then yeah, put the marker, and then so 1 2 3, 1 puff in the next 3 stitch, 2 puff increase, 1 2 3, 2 puff increase, 1 2 3, 2 puff increase, 1 2 3. So you can see the 2 puff increase make the shape V. So now 1 puff, the second, and the third puff. So means 2 puff increase and then 3 puffs. Do it for 4 times and total we will have 20. So 2 puff increase, 1 2 3, 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 and then at the end we make 2 slip stitch again, and now we are done with the round 5. It looks so great. So let's count. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. So round 6 we will make 20 puffs, no more increase. So there is no more increase, we just make round 20 puffs and put the marker at the first stitch. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. So at the end of the round 6 we make 2 slip stitches, one 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. So total you will have 20 puffs. So and count the stitches now. 1 2 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it's very easy, just the counting is important. Now round 7, you mix the same number of puffs again, so 20 puffs. And then put the marker. The first, the second, and make it until the 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we will make 20 puffs at the round 7. This is the last puff. And then we connect with the 2 slip stitches. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we have 20 puffs. So at the round 8, we start with a decrease. So we make 2 puff decrease. So we make 1 puff at the first stitch, and then 1 puff at the second stitch, but don't pull up the loop. We pull up all together. So this is the first one puff, and now the second puff. So now we pull up all the loops together. So 2 puff as 1. And then 1 puff at the next 3 stitch. So 1 decrease and then 1 puff at the next 3 stitch. So total we will have 16 puffs. The decrease one we will count as 1 puff. So 1, and then the second one, so decrease, and then 1, 2, 3. Now the third one, So 2 puff decrease, 1 2 3, and then we do the decrease again. So 1 puff, and then make another puff at the second stitch, and then pull all the loops together, and these 2 puffs will count as 1 puff. And then 1 puff at the next 3 stitches. We do it that 4 times, and total we will have 16 puffs. The decreased one will count as 1. So 1, and the second one, and the third one. So 2 puff decrease, 1 2 3, 2 puff decrease, 1 2 3, and then 2 puff decrease, and then 1 2 3, and then we make 2 puff decrease, and then 1 2 3. So 2 puff decrease, 1 2 3, 2 puff decrease, 1 2 3. Now total we will have 16 puff. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16, and then we make 1 slip stitch. So the last one for the row 8 we make 1 slip stitch, and then for the row 9 we make 32 slip stitch. And then we make 15 chain for the handle, and then put the marker between the first and the second. So I have about 6 puffs between the first and the second handle, and then connect with the slip stitch, and chain 1 and then 15 slip stitch. So we are almost done with our project. We just need to sew the end of the yarn. So cut it and then sew. So and then we are done. Okay, please like and subscribe and see you next time. Thank you. Bye.